1977. Deep in Mozambique, a camp swarming with thousands of guerrillas believed they were safe, out of reach. But what came next was the largest and deadliest military operation ever carried out by Rhodesia during the Bush War. This was Operation Dingo. Operation Dingo, Rhodesia's deadliest raid. The Rhodesian Bush War, also known as the Second Chimurenga, was a brutal guerrilla conflict fought from 1964 to 1979. On one side, the white minority government of Rhodesia. On the other, African nationalist groups fighting for majority rule, primarily ZANLA and ZIPRA. By 1977, thousands of ZANLA fighters have found sanctuary across the border in Chimoio, Mozambique, where they trained and launched attacks into Rhodesia. Intelligence reports suggested up to 5,000 personnel were at the Chimoio camp, making it a prime target for a large-scale strike. Rhodesian commanders developed a bold plan. A combined airborne and airstrike assault deep inside enemy territory, over 300 kilometers across the border. On November 23, 1977, the Rhodesian Air Force launched Operation Dingo. The plan? Bomb the camp first to cause chaos, then drop paratroopers and helicopter-borne commandos to mop up survivors. The element of surprise was key, and it worked. At precisely 0745 hours, Canberra bombers and Hawker hunters unleashed a devastating bombardment on Chimoio. Just seconds after, Dakotas dropped Rhodesian paratroopers while Alouette helicopters provided gunship support. Rhodesian forces attacked 15 separate targets in a coordinated strike, including barracks, training areas, armories, and even a hospital. The fighting was intense and short. Within 48 hours, the operation was complete. Rhodesia claimed over 1,200 guerrillas killed and hundreds wounded, compared to just 2 Rhodesian soldiers killed and 6 wounded, a lopsided result. But the operation wasn't without controversy. ZANLA and others alleged that many civilians and unarmed recruits, including women and children, were killed. To this day, exact figures remain debated. Still, Operation Dingo severely disrupted ZANLA operations and served as a psychological blow. Operation Dingo was a tactical success but a strategic band-aid. While it showcased Rhodesia's military capabilities, it failed to stem the tide of the war. International pressure, increasing guerrilla recruitment, and external support to nationalist forces would eventually force Rhodesia to the negotiating table. By 1980, Rhodesia would become Zimbabwe, and Robert Mugabe, leader of ZANLA, would take power. Operation Dingo remains one of the most daring and controversial raids in modern African military history. A brutal reminder of the lengths regimes will go to hold on to power, and the cost of conflict. If you found this video insightful, give it a like, subscribe for more history deep dives, and drop your thoughts on Operation Dingo in the comments below. History isn't always written by the victors, sometimes it's just written by survivors.